it's Imperial Pro Team, and we will see what happens. And now we are into the ban and pick phase. This is game 1 in the best of 2 series. Again, Imperial Pro Team versus J2 Esports Betrayal.
Alright, so let's look over at their pick and ban phase. So LeBlanc gonna be banned over for IPT. Possible target ban onto Zone. Not so sure about that one, but so far in the previous week 7 rather, of PGS, we saw that Cassiopeia and Twisted Fate were both picked for Zone. So what do you think actually about the Cassiopeia pick now? Because in patch 5.2, I believe that Cassiopeia was slightly nerfed in terms of her mana costs, I believe.
Mana costs were
so do you think that she's still a viable pick, or would you pick would you think it's one of the contested picks here in the mid lane?
We'll see, because let's say Cassiopeia just have a lot of damage output, but then she's not as mobile as you'd want her to be, so you'd rather have to have like these tanky initiators, and then she'll follow up with her damage, because you need to first land your poisons and then spam with the Twin Fang ability, which is her main damage tool in my opinion. So we'll see what happens if they're going to ban it out. Or also, I'm wondering if J2 Betrayal would actually ban out the Cho'Gath against Imperial Pro Team, because Faith has been using it in the previous matches and he has been successful with it.
So we're gonna see if they will allow that Cho'Gath pick here. So far, Imperial Pro Team has banned out Rumble and LeBlanc. Meanwhile, Betrayal responding with the Gnar and Sejuani ban. So what do you think of these bans so far? I mean, Sejuani and Gnar.
Alright, so Sejuani, it's a really focused ban onto Poisanity, because Poisanity has been using a lot of these tanky initiated junglers, or like fast bursting junglers, and then it's really working for him. And J2 Betrayal is just staying clear of that landmine that is Sejuani. Because game 2 before with Naga and Pacific, those Sejuani ultimates, the glacial prisons coming out of Nixta were so on point that it just gave them the game. But now we will see. Oh, J2 Betrayal banning out the Jarvan. So the top tier picks for the jungle have been banned out. That's Sejuani, that's the Jarvan. So this opens up more possibilities to see less used junglers right now, such as Lee Sin, Elise, Wukong, Rengar. Actually, if you're able to use him properly, he's a beast when he gets level 6. So you can see right now for Imperial Pro Team, they did ban out the LeBlanc, the Rumble, the Irelia. So Ruin has been using the Irelia top lane to great effect. I have seen him time and time again just make great plays out of it. Rumble, not quite as sure, but I guess again they don't want those landmines to be stepped on.
Yeah, definitely. So Imperial Pro Team gonna lock in the Callista again as a first pick. We saw him pick in the set earlier between Pacific Esports and Naga. We're gonna see if ZNS can show us the full effect or the full power potential of Callista.
So it's going to be the new minigame for the PGS Rift. So which combo with Callista pick? Is it going to be the Janna, the Jalista,
the Swalista,
the Palista?
We'll see with that. But Betrayal gonna respond over with the Lulu and the Azir pick. So I would say that both of these champions have, they have both appeared in the previous games, and they have been making a frequent appearance, especially Azir, very much present.
It's going to be, I believe, the top lane Lulu, similar to what a top lane Lissandra is, in the term that you need to have utility with her. And just that with Lissandra, it's heavy CC and damage. And as for Lulu, it's more in for that let's say supportive role, wherein you can give her your teammates shields, speed boosts, and then of course the wild growth that gives you HP and knock up. So that's gonna be more of a defensive top laner. As for in the case of J2 Betrayal, see right here, I was right. You take away the Sejuani, Poisanity will go in back on his
main junglers.
His let's say
his signature jungler,
or the comfort pick, which is the jungle Wukong. As for J2 Betrayal, Link might go in for this jungle Pantheon, and early on, jungle Pantheon has more burst, is more aggressive than a pre-level 6 Wukong. He actually will be able to burst him down if he decides to counter jungle Wukong early on. And as for Sync, he will hover over the graves, so he might go in for that. And also, we forgot, Imperial Pro Team will go in for the Talista.
Thalista, yeah.
The Talista.
We've seen Hero play Thresh many times before, and he's been pretty good at Thresh, so that's not a surprise pick there.
I haven't seen yet what this combo does, because before with the Ballista, the Blitzcrank Ballista, when you're getting the hook and the ultimate, it pulls him back way beyond, right?
Yeah.
But what about the Thresh? I haven't seen this combo. I've seen it, but I haven't seen the hook into the ultimate.
I can tell you one thing. It's gonna be a Blood Moon combo.
Oh
for
yeah!
Sure.
Oh wow! So it's the Blood Moon duo for Imperial Pro Team. The is it considered cosplay or like roleplay?
Slightly, yeah.
Okay, roleplay for these. Oh, and there we go. Like I said, if he does lock that in, I was correct with my predictions that J2 Betrayal didn't ban out the Cho'Gath, so Imperium Haith, and ooh, you were correct as well. Cassiopeia hover over. So we were talking about before that Cassiopeia needed some tanky frontliners to give her enough time to put out her damage, and with this Cho'Gath, they have that, and then they have the Wukong to, let's say with the Cyclone, his ultimate, it'll lock them up, give her enough time to land her poisons, and then
her ult too.
Yeah, her ult as well, and that's about it. That's their combo, and then of course there's the Talista. Throw in the Thresh, use the box, and you don't need your hooks anymore. You can just use it to like hook in these runaway stragglers of J2 Betrayal.
I can't count the knockups from IPT right now. There's like so many. There's the Cyclone, then there's the Flay, then there's the Cho'Gath Rupture. So many knockups
and
right now.
Kalista ultimate as well.
Yeah.
But with that, now they're hovering over the Malphite, so they want a knockup of their own.
Yeah,
well, actually, they have their own knockup. There's the Aatrox, the Lulu.
Yeah.
And if they
they all want knockup compositions this time. So Betrayal gonna respond with the Aatrox, Graves, and a possible Malphite. So
it's a jungle Aatrox.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be support Lulu. Very
alright.
nice.
So,
I thought it was going to be the top lane Lulu, but having a support Malphite does give you the ability to engage immediately as you hit level 6. But then that's what only he does. If you don't snowball your lane, he's not gonna be tanky later on. He's just going to be that initiating tool that is like that just goes in with unstoppable force and then just gets versatile immediately, and then that's about it. But when you go in for a top lane Malphite, you have the tankiness if you're able to farm enough. You have the engage, you have the damage as well if you stack enough armor or ability power.
Or if you see, like a burst AP
Yes,
Malphite.
very true. But as for a support Lulu, it can go in the way that they still have the utility-based Lulu. It's just that her AP ability power won't be as high as a top lane Lulu, but still the presence that she has is still there.
Yeah, definitely. So I guess more efficient use of roles here, I guess.
Yes,
so,
very true.
Again, just to recap, we're going to have the team compositions on the blue side. We've got IPT, that's Imperium Hate in the top lane with the Cassiopeia, Poisanity in the jungle with Wukong, Light in the mid lane with the Cho'Gath, and in the dual lane we've got CNS and Hero with the Thalista.
Yes, as for J2 Esports Betrayal, we have Ruin in a top lane Malphite, Link with our jungle Aatrox. Actually, is this the first time I've seen?
I think so, in the PGS. Yeah.
So wow, again, J2 Betrayal with their signature brand. We do the unthinkable.
Yes.
The unprecedented. The out of meta. Actually, not out of meta, but just
unexpected.
Unexpected. There we go. All right. So for Zone, he will be our mid lane. Azir. Sync will be our Sync, and Hack will be our dual bot lane with the Graves and support Lulu.
Alright, so those are our team compositions for you guys. So looking at the general impression these team compositions are giving us, what can you say about these teams?
Alright, like I've said before, Imperium Pro Team. Oh! Wait, it's not the mid lane Cassiopeia. It's going to be the top lane Cassiopeia. Against a top lane Malphite, this is actually a good lineup for Imperium Pro Team. Before, I believe it was... I think it was... I can't remember. It was a top lane Cassiopeia against a top lane Irelia, and then Irelia just wrecked the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
would expect that.
I can't remember what the game was, but it was like that. But with against a Malphite, she's almost always going to win her lane unless the Aatrox does focus the lane and give the Malphite more breathing room.
Yeah, I guess because she's gonna keep poisoning Malphite till he's dead.
Alright.
So much kite, I guess.
How are you going to poison a rock? We will see. Alright.
Yeah, we'll see
so
about
again,
that.
back to the compositions. Again, for Imperium Pro Team, they have the tanky frontliners. So even though a mid lane Shogun isn't as tanky, he still stacks up the HP with the feast, and then he has again a lot of burst damage with his feast, true damage.
Yeah.
So and also their objective control has skyrocketed because the feast does deal 1,000 true damage to minions. So if, for example, they need the instant damage onto the dragon, feast.
Yeah.
As for J2 Betrayal, I'm really not sure. It's more in like the Malphite goes in, knocks someone up, and then Aatrox follows up with some support, and then at the sides you have the Graves, you have the Azir just putting a lot of damage into the backline, and then Lulu will provide that safety that she has with her kit.
Right.
And before the game starts, we will be back after a short break.
Parasite the Maxim. Watch it the same day as Japan. Thursdays at 11 p.m. on Animax. And we are back with the Game 1 in the Best of 2 series, Set 2 in Week 9. This is Imperium Pro Team versus J2 Esports Betrayal. Again, to recap, it will be Hate in the top lane Cassiopeia, Poisanity will be our jungle Wukong, Light will be our mid lane Shogath, ZNS Zensho will be our ADR Kalista, and Hero will be our support Thresh.
Meanwhile, for J2 Esports Betrayal on the red side, we've got Ruin in the top lane as Malphite, Jungle Link with the Aatrox, Zone in the mid lane with Azir, and in the duo lane we've got Sync and Hack with the Graves and the Lulu. So we're gonna see if we have any early level 1 engages here. Hate and Ruin just making a small exchange, gonna put down that ward. But I'm not sure. In terms of level 1 fights, who do you think would be in the advantage here, if ever?
Level 1 fights, in my opinion, it's going to be Imperium Pro Team, because the hook, that's the initiation tool for Imperium Pro Team, and then they're just more tankier.
Yeah.
Aatrox isn't a tanky champion early on.
Yeah.
Even as the game progresses, he's not going to be tanky.
Yeah.
He relies on his W to heal himself back up.
Lifesteal. Yeah.
Yes. And I'm not sure if he's going to be able to be that frontliner that they want. He's going to be more in of that off tank. And off tank, if you don't know, is the support tank that he can't be the he can be an initiator, but he can't be the main damage soaker for J2 Esports Betrayal. He can only be the follow-up soaker.
Yeah, that would probably be Malphite, the main tank here for J2 Esports Betrayal. But I guess we're not going to see any level 1 engages so far in this game, so no cheesy kills early on in this game. Everyone's just going to start standard, although, yeah, there's also not going to be any lane swaps in the bottom lane. I mean, looking at the Kalista and Graves, I'm not sure that it's really a counter pick or anything. I guess it's pretty standard, I guess.
And Sync and Hack here are going to get the Grump right now.
Right.
Alright, so we will see what happens there. Just a little bit of a pause. Poisanity will start on his blue buff. And what I've seen Wukong junglers do is max out their E. I believe that's the Nimbus Strike.
Yeah.
Because not only does it give you AoE damage to the first 3 targets that you can hit, it also gives you that attack speed bonus for the first few seconds that you have activated this ability.
Yeah. So yeah, like Asteroid said, Sync and Hack, we're gonna start off, get the early Gromp, possibly get an earlier level 2. Actually, I believe Sync is already level 2, so most of the EXP there is gonna be focused onto Sync for that early level advantage, but they are going to be a little bit behind in terms of pushing.
Yes, actually, even though they're behind in pushing, this is actually in favor of J2B's Trail, because with the aggressive lineup of Imperial Pro Team with the hooks, yeah, they'll have a little bit more safety, and then Zensho and Hero are forced to be a little bit overextended, so this might give Link a little bit more free reign to be able to engage onto them. But now, taking a lot of damage. Oh my god!
Wow!
Oh! The Callista is
real.
What
a fight there. So Callista really puts down so much damage there, and although they forced so many summoner spells, they forced to heal the Flash and the Exhaust, but still the first blood goes over to ZNS.
Yes, very true.
Alright, so what an aggressive start there, coming over from ZNS and Hero. Like you said, hopefully they were going to stay a bit safer, but the on-point hook from Hero just takes him out.
Yes, they really have to, let's say, be careful of that, because again, with the hooks, and
wow, Poisanity wants the gank here. He's going to clash onto Zone, and that Ignite is probably going to finish him off. Yes, it will. The kill goes over, though, to Poisanity. So, very well-coordinated gank there in the mid lane.
Yes, very true. Also, the Crushing Blow, that's the Q of the Wukong, does give armor penetration, same as the Dragon Strike of Jarvan. So these early ganks do more damage than most people think so. Just because it's only base auto attack reset. It's not just that. It's the armor penetration auto attack as well.
Right. Meanwhile, so far, looking at this top lane, Hate rather, with a slight CS advantage, and I guess like you were saying, that's slightly because Cassiopeia pretty much gives Malphite a hard time there in the top lane.
That's very true. Also, Hero didn't get the Blood Moon Thresh. So we're not going to see the Blood Moon duo.
Dreams ruined. Oh well. But despite that, Deep Sea Thresh is still pretty good skin. Was just hoping to see a really good theme down here in the bottom lane. But regardless, ZNS still does get that. He did still get that first blood earlier. So very aggressive play from ZNS here, and the death sentence barely gonna miss there onto Sync. But anyway, they do still have a slight advantage. ZNS does have 1 kill and a slight CS advantage. Hero landing his skill shots right now. The Flay going over onto Sync, but he's gonna use that shield to keep ZNS safe. They're gonna force to pop the heal. Sync really wanted to kill, but the Rend is gonna finish him off. Meanwhile, Hack here gonna get quite low as well. They really want to pull off this double kill possibly for ZNS. The death sentence is gonna be on point once again. Gonna land onto Hack. Will the Rend be enough to finish him off? Yes, it will. That's gonna be 3 kills 5 minutes into the game for ZNS.
Alright, this is what I want to tell to you guys. It's that as a Kalista player, you don't max out your Q anymore. You max your Rend. And this is what ZNS did, but whoa, here's the engage.
Oh wow, the engage is going to be going over onto Link, going to force the passive. Such an awkward position for Link right now. He's going to be forced to flash out.
Alright, so what I was saying before, you max your Rend first, stack it as much as possible. Zensho did that, and then he activated it, and then Sync's health just melted away.
Right, so wow, what a game so far. Such an early advantage here coming in from IPT, and we can see that most of the kills are really onto ZNS, so the combo here between ZNS and Hero is going really well. Like you said, we were kind of curious about how the Thresh Kalista combo would go, and so far it's going pretty well.
Yes, very true. As the hook lands, that gives Zensho more time to land his Rend and then just activate it when he wants to last hit for tons of damage.
Definitely, tons of damage, really.
Tons of damage
is the phrase to give here for the ZNS Hero bottom lane.
Yes, so, and as the top lane progresses as well, for
Yeah, so
sorry about that.
yeah,
But
so far, yeah,
as the top lane progresses for Hate, like I've said, he is able to zone out Ruin in the top lane because of his range, because of his spamming abilities, and look at that, he's already 11 CS ahead, or 12 CS ahead, sorry.
So really Hate giving Ruin a really difficult time, and we're gonna see
that
Betrayal. Betrayal just gonna secure a little bit of vision around the dragon in case of an early cheese dragon,
also,
if ever.
What I love about the Kalista is with her... Oh, but here's the engage again.
Wow! Such an on-point death sentence. So many on-point death sentences so far from Hero, and they are gonna be forcing exhausts from both supports, I believe. Who is gonna take the first kill? Wow, the Rend almost finishing off Sync there, but a very even engage there.
Without the shield for Hack, I believe Sync would have died there.
Yeah, definitely.
Immediately.
I guess that's what she meant by Lulu being one of the utility supports. Really offers a lot of saving moments there for Sync.
Yes, very true. Also, oh, but here's another engage onto Light.
Engage onto Light. Link trying to make his presence felt onto the mid lane, and that is going to be a disengage there. Hero, meanwhile, possibly going to make a pick down at the bottom lane. Link still trying to do what he can here in this mid lane. Light with the Jurassic Cho'Gath. I've not seen that skin for a long time.
Yes, very true. But
oh wow, another on-point death sentence onto Sync. He's gonna use the ult to knock up Sync there. He is gonna receive a lot of damage from the Rend, but the last hit is gonna come from the flash auto attack. Meanwhile, Link is gonna come with the response. Who is he gonna take down? Who are they gonna focus? They're not gonna focus anyone. Deflay is gonna give Hack possibly another kill. Wow, he gets the landing kill onto Lulu. A double kill for ZNS. Such mechanical play here coming in from ZNS and Hero in the bottom lane.
That was a 3-for-0 exchange! Wow! Saw there the mobility of the passive that Kalista gives is insane!
Yeah, and I have to commend him. He flashed out of the knockup there. Such calculated synergy here.
Yes,
from
very
Pro
true.
Team.
You have to give it to them. Also, Link a little bit too overextended there. That gave Hack a little bit a sense of security that he didn't have because Link doesn't have his passive, so he doesn't have that, let's say, luxury to be over aggressive, and he just did it.
Definitely.
And that cost him both of their lives, and that gave a 5-0-1 before the 10-minute mark to Zensho. Wow, this
what a
Kalista.
KDA right now.
Oh, actually, look at this.
DNS.
Kalista's going to. Oh, sorry, Zensho is going to build in
the Ruin King.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, so if you don't want to go in for that, let's say, current meta Ruin's Hurricane, you could opt to go in for the Blade of the Ruin King. It gives you the regen, still gives you some attack.
Oh wow, and engage in the bottom lane. ZNS really putting out a lot of damage onto Hack.
Oh,
but he is gonna take him out. Meanwhile, Poisanity coming in with a response. It's a lot of people are responding right now, but ZNS is gonna have a double kill, and they are gonna try and finish off Ruin. Ruin might have regretted going down in the top lane. That's gonna be a rock in a hard place right now.
Yes, and it might be the first dragon for Imperium Pro Team. They are only Link in the vicinity. Zone is just in the middle, getting bullied out by Light right now. Look at that, 85 CS, 269.
We're seeing that most of the lanes right now for IPT are really dominating the laning phase.
It's just because it's like this. It's a rock paper scissors game right now for Imperium Pro Team. You see, Hate is in the top lane with a spam type hero that is effective against a slow type hero that is the Malphite. And then you see in the mid lane, Light, a high sustain hero with high damage because of his passive and his kit, against a poke champion that is the Azir, so he's still winning his lane and poking Azir out of it. As for the bot lane, you just have to give it to Hero for those hooks that have been landing one after the other, and that is just giving them the kills right now. Look at that. 10 minutes. I was saying 5 kills in a before the 10-minute mark. It's almost the 11-minute mark. 7 kills right now for Zensho.
Wow, so ZNS really carrying his team right now, but of course with a great kill participation coming in from Hero, really making his presence felt, and ZNS really coming in aggressively. He's trying to put down some damage, and the shield is going to be there to pull him out. So wow, ZNS really putting the pain onto the bottom lane of J2 right now.
Yeah, and he's not afraid to take damage as long as he doesn't go into that danger zone in his HP. He can heal it back up with the passive from the Targon's Brace and then his own items. But whoa!
Oh wow, the exhaust gonna be forced there onto ZNS, and they almost finished off Sync and Hack. There might have been another double kill. Meanwhile, Hate gonna land a little bit of a slow using her ult. Gonna be a 2 versus 2 here. Hate gonna be forced to back out, get so low, he's gonna be taken down. Meanwhile, the pass from Link gonna help him survive Poisanity being forced to flash out, and this monkey is not gonna land any kill there in the top lane.
Yes.
Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, another very aggressive clash. ZNS is trying to use her mobility, gonna force the flash out of sync. Death Sentence gonna miss for once in that bottom lane, and they are gonna be forced to disengage, but regardless, it was a successful engage, forcing the flash.
Yes. What happened in the top lane is just that Hate used his ultimate too early.
Yeah.
And then there's just so much damage coming out of Ruin already there. With the help from Link. Sorry about that.
Nagbibinatapo si Asura.
Alright. And
ooh, wow, another engager in the bottom lane. ZNS not non-stop aggression right now, and wow, actually recalled right before the Ren. So
that was
wow. I don't know what to say.
Such disrespect coming out of Zensho. He just looked into the eyes of Hack as he was about to die to that Ren.
He was like, you know what? I'm gonna even show you that I can recall, and you're still not gonna survive here.
Yes. Also,
wow.
Another one that I found awesome was that when Poisanity was using his Cyclone, Link tried to hop in over, and he was like stopped in the middle of the jump and then just landed down.
Yeah, so yeah,
the
really,
little things. The
advantage right now for IPT is huge. 13 minutes into the game, and they have 11 kills as compared to J2. They only have 1 kill so far, and an 8,000 gold lead this early on in the game is really quite insane.
Itemizations for J2 look a little bit grim.
8,000 gold lead.
Yes, they have no core items yet. Finish, it's only the Juggernaut item for Link, and that's what you don't want to give for an Aatrox jungle. You need to give him the Warriors Enchantment, give him more damage output, and as this gold advantage grows for Imperial Pro Team, they're forcing the jungle to build more defensively, to be able to accommodate the burst output that Zensho has already.
Oh wow.
Hate has already, and Light has already. And itemizations for Ruin, Chalice of Harmony with 2 I forgot the name, the races.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going for the Righteous Glory, I think.
No, it's going to be the Warmogs, I believe.
Alright.
Oh
wow!
Gosh.
Light feasting onto the Yordle, and he's gonna take her out so quickly.
Nom nom nom!
Yeah, definitely. Purple Treat
is the name of the game.
Yeah,
for
I think
Light.
Shogat's line now would be that tasted purple. Definitely takes out Hack so fast, doesn't have time to respond.
Yes, and now Sync.
Oh wow!
Will he die? Yes, he will. And Zensho is playing hopscotch around Sync right now.
So much damage coming off from ZNS at this point in the game, and Link gonna land some poke, but not much he can do.
Yes. And look at the itemizations for Zensho, almost finishes his Ruinous Hurricane. So
yeah.
Also, Ruinous Hurricane isn't only for using Kallista's passive into a greater extent. It also gives him 3 targets to hit at a time. And oh
wow, aggressive play here over on the mid lane. Hero wants to land another Death Sentence. Sadly, it misses, and it's not going to be a kill. But meanwhile, Hate just destroying Link right now in his own jungle.
The wardings for Betrayal is lackluster. You can see that there is no wardings in the entrance of the jungles, and then there's a lot of wards.
Yes.
By Imperial Pro Team, that pink ward right there has been sitting for over a couple of minutes, and that just showed Link was trying to
wow, ZNS gonna land the ult with the help of Hero onto Hack. He's gonna try and take down these 2 members again. So much damage, gonna be another double kill for ZNS in the bottom lane.
Wow. If you kill a target with Ren, it resets itself and gives you mana refund on the hit. So wow. Alright, so this game is looking very grim for J2 Betrayal. 9,000 gold lead. 16
minutes
to
in.
1.
16 minutes, 16 kills for Imperial Pro Team right now.
So it's an average of a kill per minute.
Yeah.
And
wow, that's insane. Really, just thinking about it. A kill per minute. IPT's really putting the hurt onto J2 right now, and they're taking a little bit of positional advantage around this dragon. J2 only has 1 ward around the area, and the teleport of Ruin is down right now, so they might be unmanned if ever they decide to engage at the Dragon Pit. And the Dragon just goes down, just like that. We didn't even catch it. Dragon goes immediately down, like we said. Infinite stacked with that Rend, and easy Dragon right now for IPT. But there might be a possible clash. The Dark Passage gonna save Light from a possible kill there.
Yes, look at the wardings coming out again from Imperium Pro Team. The whole like 360 of the map, it's like the outer rim of the map has been warded with those pinks, with those green wards, and it's just giving Imperium Pro Team.
Oh! Yeah, this time Light wants the Emperors, not the purple treats.
Yeah,
gonna give himself
he wants
sandy
the big
treat
guy.
there.
The sandy treat.
Meanwhile, he's gonna put out some poke onto Link, and ZNS again putting down so much damage onto both members of J2. Meanwhile, Hack is gonna come here with the support. He's gonna ult ZNS. ZNS gonna get bursted out, possibly. He is gonna get shut down. Meanwhile, Ruin gonna receive a lot of poison and ignite as well. The death sentence lands onto Link. He's gonna be forced to receive that wild growth, but he's gonna go down anyway. Not much that they can do. The double kill going over to Cassiopeia.
They got the shutdown kill, but at what cost?
Yeah,
Essential did die over, and Hack got the kill actually. And that's not the best case scenario if you want to get back into the game. You don't want to give the shutdown kill to your support.
Yeah.
It was unfortunate. Here comes the replay. Alright, we can see right now that Zensho is going total aggro onto Link right there. Didn't force the passive to proc just yet, and then Ruin will use his ultimate to knock Zensho up, and then here's the follow-up knockup by Link. All of the AoE damage comes out of them, and then Hack with the last hit, and then it's just the respawn from the other members having so much damage that Haith rips apart the stone.
It's like everyone in this game is on a trampoline right now.
Yes.
Everyone's just jumping up and down. 18 minutes into the game, that's a 19-2 on the kill score, and the goal lead is insurmountable at the moment. Just not sure how J2 is gonna get back into the game. I mean, like analyzing the game right now, Asterai, I mean, okay, let's say it's very difficult for J2 to get back into this game, but what does J2 need to think about in the second game? Where did they go wrong exactly?
Where did they go wrong here? First of all, it's going to be the jungle pick. Link is not, is a good jungler. It's just that he didn't use the most optimal jungler for them. It's an Aatrox. An Aatrox needs to be farmed to be able to do anything as a jungler. There are other junglers who can be effective without items, such as Jarvan. He was banned out, though. Sichuan, he was banned out. So, Poisanity, he did go in for the Wukong. As for Link, I think he should have gotten for someone who could have tried to get picks for them, and that would have been the Elise.
Yeah.
Elise has a bit more safety in terms of, let's say, her repel. Does put her out of range, and then she has her pick with the cocoon. There's the Skittering Frenzy, which gives her nice amounts of damage. Also the exploding bombs for face checking, and of course initial damage. Of course her buffed up Neurotoxin and Venomous Bite, which would give her a lot of early game damage. I think that was one of the optimal junglers for them. I can't say, but right now that Aatrox pick has been proving to be a hindrance for J2 Betrayal to do anything right now.
Meanwhile, IPT gonna secure a 20-minute Baron. The advantage is very real for IPT
right now,
and the Rend is stacking infinitely right now. The bane of junglers, this Rend is gonna take him out in a matter of seconds. And that's gonna be Kalista securing the Baron for Imperium Pro Team.
That was
20 minutes in.
Over a 900 HP Baron. Wow.
Yes, that's exactly why watching the NALCS, I remember that they did say Kalista is the bane of a jungler, because the Rend, technically, when infinitely stacking, does better than Smite.
Yeah, they should put a cap on it.
Yes, that's exactly what Freak said. Please put a cap on that.
Yeah, in terms of the jungles, but to heroes, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, that's her thing.
Yeah, that's
stack Rend, win game.
Yeah. Kalista, that's her thing.
Kalista, yeah.
So far, CNS, extremely dominant performance in this game at 21 minutes, 11-1-4. So pretty much, like half of the kills are all on her. Really, they've been investing a lot. Such a performance right now from the bottom lane.
He has a 5,000 gold lead compared to
Meanwhile, there's going to be a short team fight here. Ruin going to be forced to back out, receiving that wild growth hate, taking down Lulu, or Hack rather, and a double kill. So much shields going onto hate right now, and meanwhile Link is going to have to be forced to back out. All of the members of IPT are around this red buff, and they are going to be rotating over to this top tower. Is there anything J2 can do to defend? It doesn't seem like it. Meanwhile, ZNS going to focus his bottom lane tower, going at it really fast, and it might be a free tower and inhibitor. Totally uncontested right now. The lead is really showing right now for IPT.
Very true, and it's really showing how much power the Kalista has right now, because they weren't able to lower her down early on.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
And looking at the kills right now, J2 only has 2 kills, and their carry, which ideally was Sync, has 7 deaths pretty much. So
he wasn't able to even finish one of his core items.
Yes.
He has no damage spike. He has no damage at all right now.
Meanwhile, Kalista with 2 core items, and Ruin gonna go into the fight right now. No fear, he's gonna go into the middle of the fight. Poisanity trying to land his ult, lands it onto only Ruin, and that's gonna be a little bit of an awkward fight. Meanwhile, Kalista gonna use her ult, but might not land it onto anyone. Gonna put Hero just a little bit beside the tower. ZNS almost goes down. Hate gonna put on some poke onto the respective teams. Death Sentence barely gonna miss, and both teams rather, are very low right now. Gonna
Zone
be
is the only one who can put damage on to Zensho, but okay, I was waiting for the pitch by engage. But
oh
okay,
wow, a double man ult coming in from Ruin. The Link is gonna follow up, gonna be forced with a passive as well. All members of IPT quite low, disengaged there. Coming in from Zone, 3 members of IPT very low, gonna be shut down as well. That kill is gonna go over to Zone. He's gonna be kept safe, and that's gonna be a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of J2.
Yes, that was the best case scenario clash for them, because Zensho wasn't there to provide any damage.
Wow, but meanwhile we're gonna see CNS rushing over, using her passive to get onto Sync, and that's gonna be a non-kill actually, because the shield saves it.
Again, the utility is there, coming from Hack.
But regardless of that, 2 inhibitors down right now, and we're gonna take a look at that.
You can see right now, there's the unstoppable force by Ruin, knocks up 2 people, and you can see right now, Zone is just in the zone. He is hitting everyone at a safe distance. Hate does get the kill onto Ruin, but like I've said, Zone is in the backline. He pushes everyone out with that big wall of his, and Hate fail flashes onto the wall, and he gets bursted down by Sync. And that was like I've said, a 2-for-1 exchange, like you've said, sorry, in favor of J2 Esports Betrayal. And again, I guess this is the very small window of opportunity for J2 Esports to get back into the game, force Zensho out, because Zensho is the main damage dealer of Imperium Pro Team, force him back to heal, and then that's a 4v5, try to get something out of that, and they did.
Yes, definitely.
And, yeah, right now, Sync has his Infinity Edge, but
oh my, ZNS gonna get slightly caught out of position here. He's gonna get transmodulated, and he's gonna go at really low. Meanwhile, there's gonna be an ult coming in from ZNS. He's gonna survive. The Exo's gonna go onto him, but it doesn't matter. He's out of range from all of the carries right now. Zone can't focus him down. 3 members gonna go down immediately, and Zone is gonna have to disengage. The flash play barely gonna miss.
He was almost about to go in onto the dark passage, but then Lulu uses her wild go to stop him midair. The mechanics.
Beautiful interrupt.
Yes, if the teammates of Imperium Pro Team weren't there, it would have been a kill onto Zensho for sure.
Zensho playing slightly over aggressive at the moment, but his teammates are there to save him. He's putting down a lot of damage onto Zone, and Zone not so much in the zone anymore. He's gonna have to go back to base, and they're gonna secure even more inhibitors now. That's gonna be all inhibitors down for IPT. Giant gold advantage right now. The kills are almost all theirs. This is probably gonna be the game, the first game of this best of 2. IPT versus J2, most probably gonna go over to Imperium Pro Team. TNS just trying to do the damage that he can, possibly finish him off. Wow, there's Runons is really applying the rend onto so many members right now, and at this point, it's pretty much just a matter of finishing off the game. The Nexus is falling down ever so slightly, and in a matter of seconds, that is going to be the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Good
IPT,
game.
yes.
Well played.
GG, well played. Imperium Pro Team showing J2 who were the veterans of the pro gaming series.
Very true. And now that is, like you said, a 1-0 in this best of 2 series. J2 Esports, they lost the ban and pick phase. I feel like they lost it, and they did. They went for the Aatrox jungle, and that just, let's say, didn't work out for them.
Yeah.
They needed someone a little bit more aggressive early on, because Aatrox isn't as aggressive as you want him to be. He can clear the waves, he can clear camps fast in the jungle with his W, but then that's just about it. So alright, we could, before we go into the okay, so we can see right now the item, the scores. Alright, Mineski Globe, sorry,
Stanley.
alright, Pacific, alright, sorry. J2 Esports Betrayal still at 3 points. Alright, we're coming back here. Alright, so we're going to the graphs. The damage dealt for these people. Because
Wow.
Zensho, 18, is that 18,000?
186,000.
Alright, I was wrong with that about that.
So much damage coming off of CNS in this game, and definitely he was the one who carried IPT, of course with the help of great support coming in from Thresh.
Yes.
Just a great duo bot here. ZNS and Hero really showing the bottom lane who's boss to take this first
18
game.
assists for Hero right there. Wow.
So
that's it.
very
That's
dominant
it.
game from IPT. Again, looking over at the standings, so IPT is going to gain themselves a point to make them 4th place so far in the Pro Gaming Series. They're slowly catching up to PCFC at the moment. We're going to see in this best of 2 in the second game, will IPT still show them their veteran experience has an advantage, or will J2 make a comeback and show them they've got something up their sleeve?
Yes, because J2 is that team that goes in for those unorthodox picks. It might not always work out for them, but when it does, it's a show to be watched.
Alright, so that was the first game of this best of 2. Again, this is the Pro Gaming Series 2015 spring season. We're on week 9, approaching the final game. Again, do watch out for the Watch and Win promo after the next game, but we're going to take this short break. Again, I am GS Amplifier.
And I'm GS Astrai with an I.
And we'll be right back.
Yes.